So this is the second video of the guitar room. The first one I had the camera up and down. This one is been told to put it sideways by the video editor people. So when I went through here last time, I was talking about how I was going to go through each guitar one by one. I think I'm gonna do this one. So this is a black Limba, custom made replacement body. Um, it's if you're into the details, this has almost everything from a Bad Horsie gem. So it's that one of two gem necks that I know of that does not have a vine. So this is one of them. And then just to look at the other one is this guy here. This is from the black, calls it the Bumpy Black was our nickname, but that's also a true gem neck. And I put that one on the guitar that I called the Bad Mule. That was half Bad Horsie, half swirl guitar. So I'm gonna try putting this guy on the stand here. I think this will be good. And then I just want to show you a little more detail on this guitar and the basic routine that I run these things through. So I'm no virtuoso player or anything, but I play a little bit. I got a couple licks. I played this one a couple days ago after the last video. So this guy, for whatever reason, I made this for somebody and there was a little imperfection in the clear, which I wasn't super happy with. But he didn't like it. I said, let me put another coat of clear on and see what happens. And he said, no way. I just want my money back. So I said, all right, I'll give you your money back. I kept this one. So for whatever reason, he did not want a tone on this guy. He wanted a 5-way switch. So that could be added if you want a tone, if you're interested in buying this guitar. It does have a Edge Pro trim, and this one, when I played it, it's like it's brand new. So a new trim is nice. I joke with my buddy that after you get a setup, this bar should float there. It shouldn't be dangling around and being loose. So there's almost no play in there. I don't like when the play is at that part of the bar. So you can replace that bushing and fuss around with the back. In case you're super nerdy tech, which some of us are, on an Edge Pro, you want the edge to be flat like that. On the regular Edge, it's more of an angle like that. But on the Edge Pro, you want it flat. I think I did a regular blog on how I just recently noticed that these guitars I build on an Edge Pro do not have a lot of play in there. So if you really want more play, we can take a spindle sander and sand that out a little bit. But that's the play bending up. I'm not really a bend up guy, I'm more of a bend down guy. But it is what it is. So there's room. So when I said this is like a Bad Horsie, it's this neck was from an actual Bad Horsie, and a Bad Horsie has breed pickups. So that's what we have is breed pickups. The back, I don't have plates on it yet, so I did not even drill for the plates. I usually put the plate on, do the drill. So if someone wanted to buy this one, we could do that. For whatever reason, this guy did not want the gem little features on. So usually we do the gem claw and then the gem grip, but this one doesn't. And the clear coat's pretty good. There's a little dinky thing there that happens. So the hole there is, we think little bugs jump in there and make all this kind of gnarly stuff. Another one that happens is whenever I build a blank for somebody out of this wood, not all the time, but they tend to try to want to match the wood here. So it's really, what is the match, right? So this is a piece from here to here is all one piece. This is the seam. So it's a little darker there, but that doesn't match that. That doesn't match that. I do have a single piece at some point, like that doesn't match that. It doesn't match that either, but that's the seam from splicing together. This is just the natural seam. So it's on the website. Everyone tends to like this one, so I try to put some gnarly pieces together and get it to look right. So I don't play a lot of stuff, but I usually on this Fender amp here. This is a Cyber Deluxe. Whoever programmed this one, I bought it used. I usually do that, get a decent deal on these things, but take a picture of this guy. Goes over there. So he had a pretty decent patch that started out. So it's got just a ton of effect on it. So this is a good one to test to see if your wiring's good. So that's pretty loud. It sounds like you hear the little buzz. It's not that bad though, because this is like a huge effects patch. So it just goes forever. These guys through some licks up in here, make sure it bends, make sure the strings don't fall out. Test, little kind of half Hendrix, half kind of goofing around, see if it feels right in this area of the neck. That's what I kind of go for. I'm not as big of a fan as what's going on down there. I get by. On the open part of the neck for sure. When I check out the spacing, this one, you know what? I think it's shifted over the years. So I don't play these things that much, and I have a lot of guitars. I started building them because I was buying too many guitars, and it would slow me down. So I started building them, and I still have a lot of guitars, but at least I sell a lot of them, and I sell a lot of bodies, and it's kind of to subsidize my habit. So I don't pick this one up that often. I think when my cousin was over, he played all these things, and it's in decent shape. There's, I can't remember when I buffed the thing, but it seems to be holding up over the years. So even though it's probably a 5 to 7 year old guitar in that range, the neck probably has very little time on it. So I'm gonna do one more, shut this amp off, see one more close up so you guys have a shot. Hopefully that shows up good or well. I'm going to do an even better job. I'm going to take the camera off the stand one more time. Just get right in there so I see what you guys are seeing. So it's got a decent shine on it. It's I really dig this gnarly part of the wood. There's a little bit of a ding. That's the wormhole there, and there's another tiny little ding over here by the there he goes, by the knob. Otherwise it's pretty solid. I mean the neck's got literally no wear on it at all. So this neck, if you know necks, the Bad Horsie is Bad Horsie is a chrome plated one that came out in 05, well 405 I think it was, or 05, 06. I'm gonna go with 04, 05. That's when I was really getting into Steve guitars pretty heavily. So my buddy had a Bad Horsie, and he wanted to put the gem vine neck on. So he ended up with a neck from the black vine gem that came out in 2006, which is pretty much my favorite gem because it's black and it's got a chrome pick guard. It's got black hardware on it. Still has breeds on it. So he has that Bad Horsie with a actually it wasn't a vine neck. He ended up getting a DNA neck for it, which is pretty cool. So he had this extra neck, and we worked out a trade for something else, and there you have it. So it's pretty much all the parts from a Bad Horsie, not necessarily the same Bad Horsie, but went on to a custom-made Limba body. So when people throw numbers at me for this, I do say it is kind of gem quality, so it's going to be on the higher side of what we're looking for. I'm not sure what my bottom line number is on all these, but you know, they're brand new breeds that I got from DiMarzio. Put them on, wired it up, and you know, it's kind of cool. So that's the Limba. So the other thing is, any of these, you know, Limba blanks, I think I have enough for about 20 more blanks. I bought a lot of the Limba. It's almost everywhere. I made about 10 of them so far. So there's more to go. Just as an example, that is the black Limba with the gnarly stuff. There's also a clear Limba, which kind of looks like this guy here. So this was a clear Limba without the gnarly stuff, but it was you know, had a stain put on it. This is an open grain stain that, you know, my buddy did this at his factory as a test, and he spent a lot of time on it. I'll go through this one another time. Another nice guitar, Prestige neck on it. It's RG Prestige, which is pretty good. So sticking back to this one, but this is what, you know, I have a lot of Limba to make these. I can make the grip, the pickups, all that stuff however you want it. I get a lot of people asking for clear coat lately. I can only do so many of those, maybe one every couple weeks I can finish, probably one a month total. So if you want to try your finishing technique at home, for sure, give it a shot, because I can ship it faster. And I prefer not to do the clear coat, but I know some guys are in a jam, they don't have the spray stuff. So I'll do them, you know, when I can. And I try to say, you know, 2 to 4 weeks to get it done, but if I have to start from scratch, maybe a little longer, and it depends what's going on. The last one I got a pretty jump start on because we're stuck inside with this coronavirus. I think we're on week 7 of insanity, but hopefully we'll end that pretty soon and we'll go from there. So there you have it. All right, we'll see you guys.